Hey guys, what's up? So today in F3K review, as you have seen in the title, I will note the best glider yet. So stay tuned for this intro. So, what do you think is the glider I know today? Comment down below right now what do you think this glider is. Is the Banff? Is the Vortex 3? Is something I didn't talk about on this channel? Think about that just a few seconds and I will reveal to you what is this glider. So it's time for me to reveal what is the name of this glider. So it's the Vortex 3. If you thought it's this glider, well done, because yes, it's definitely the most regular in the top end, in the very high end of the capability of the glider. So enough rambling, let's go. So as always we start with the launch and it's just good. I can't tell anything wrong about it, only the peg is not the best of the world and it makes the launch a bit less easy than a Flitz or a Banff. It's just a bit too much slippery to me, but it's good anyway, so a good 9 out of 10. And just a quick thing, this thing is good as a Banff at launch because it's only 1 or 2 meters under the Banff at launch, so it's good. The weight, it surprised me how light this thing is for the wing area, so I don't remember exactly how wide the area is, but I can tell you this thing is light for the area. So mine was 226 for standard version, 2-piece wing, so really light and I liked it a lot. So the weight is 9 out of 10. The handling, well, I think I said it in the review, the flight test. It's easy as a Vibe 2 or something like this. It's just it's easy, super easy. And yes, 6.4 Vibe 2 and Vortex 3 are at the same level, 9.5. So yes, it's nearly perfect. The quality, the only thing is missing on this glider is the perfect mirror finish. So it's only the little tiny thing, and when you fly it don't care at all, because you don't care to see you the morning in your wing like this. No. Me, I don't care, but some people care about this, so I said okay, for the perfect shiny I put 1/2 point more, but because it's not perfect shiny, all this thing, and it need to be all the parts, really all the parts need to be shiny to have this point. So it's because it's a perfection of shininess. I don't know if it's a real word or not, but anyway, so this guy get a 9.5. So it's simply high as an NXT or a Flitz 2. And when I talk about NXT, some people said today it's not the same quality as before. Yes, today it deserves a bit lower, like something like a 9, but when I get it, it was 9.5. So, okay. Easy to set. Yes, as a Flitz 2 or an NXT, it's super easy to set. You just throw it, and even with the bad throw, the bad settings, it will fly. and it will fly great, even with bad settings. And with perfect settings, I can tell you, it just fly like a dream. So I like it a lot about that. And to give you an idea, for set it perfectly as I want to, I just make something like 2 hours and 15 minutes or something like this. 3 sessions. So I go fly around 1/2 hour to 1 hour each time. So yes, between 1 hour and a half and 3 hours. So it's pretty short because my Banff, I just finished to set it perfectly 1 week ago. So around 12 hours of flight or something like this. So yes, it's darn easy to set. So 9 out of 10. Easy to build. I can't give it a 10 because I think I give a 10 to a glider, it need to be nearly already built, because the only thing is not that easy is because I didn't know perfectly this glider, is you don't know exactly where you should put the tray for the servos, because if you put it too much forward, you have a too much forward CG, and this is the only tiny thing make I put it 9.5 out of 10. The only one. Because all the rest is crazy. Crazy good, crazy easy, and this is the only downside. And so if you just don't do your dumb like me, because I was a dumb, just put your tray, put all your push rods, all these things, and check the CG with all your component, and normally you should be good. But me, I was not good, I was a bit too much forward. So if you do this, it takes 2 or 3 seconds and it deserves a 10. And it's the only thing, because usually with any glider I put the tray as much forward as possible and I have a little bit of lead in the nose, and that's it. And I didn't know that about the Vortex 3, so it's why I was a bit surprised, but that's it. So I put it 9.5 out of 10, and it's a super good note because NXT is 8, Vibe 2 is 7, 6.4 is 7, and Flitz 2 is 7.5. So it's way up high. Okay? Easy to read. So it's not the easiest one, but it's because it's super easy to pilot, because it's super smooth. And it's a good side and a downside in the same time, the smoothness of the piloting. Yeah. So this one is only 8.5. I say only, but it's already super good, because it never told you super violently how the air is. It will not say, oh my god, it's sink, or oh, it's a thermal, oh, it's right, oh, it's left, all this thing. No, it will say, oh, it's sink, just go for much faster, that's it. Or, oh, it's a thermal, but just a tiny bit. And this is really better. I liked it a lot for this, and it's really good. The float is 9 because it floats well. You throw it and just it's locked and like this, and it floats super well. Nearly as good as the Flitz or the Vibe 2, but it's a tiny bit of thing which make it not perfect, but it's really close. Really close. The cruise is really yes, it's the best. Yeah, it's the best at 9. So it cruises super well, as good as the Flitz 2, but it's definitely better in thermal. So this glider is incredible, really. So the cruise has 9, and because this glider, as I said, is locked and is really on rails, and just you can go, okay, I go there, and the glider goes there. It's really like this, and I like it a lot for this. The thermals, this glider cruise well, handling is good, and float is good. So how can it be bad in thermal? It's just awesome because the handling is good, the sink rate is good, all the things are, and it's smooth, and it makes a super good glider in thermal. So 9, yeah, but it climbs not that much faster as a Vibe 2, but yeah, it's a tiny thing, but I think because it's much efficient, you will climb more efficiently. Yeah, that's, yeah. In sync, it's an average, I will say. It's nearly as good as the 6.4, but it don't take that much of speed when you want to. And this is a tiny downside of this glider for the in the sync I told. In the sync it's the only little downside, but it don't fall that much, so it's way better than a Vibe 2 or an NXT, because it will just be a bit on the tail and signal it a tiny bit and then increase the speed slowly. And with the 6.4 it would say the same thing, but you can just go faster, a bit quicker. So it's tiny little thing which make a little difference. And then the ballast is really good. Yeah, you can just throw your ballast in it and you can put a massive amount of ballast in it, but it's not needed all the time, because when the air is pretty laminar, this glider don't need that much of ballast, only something like 60 to 80 grams for 5 meters per second, 6 meters per second of wind. So it's not that big of ballast. So yes, it's good. And the final note, so the total, is 9.04. And the best till now was the Flitz 2 with 8.73. So it's really a huge difference. So really a big congrats for the Vortex team, because they make a great job, top level job. So this is the best average glider for all this thing, for all the part of the flight and all this thing. It's the best one. So if you like this video, just drop a good thumbs up. If you're not already, you can subscribe just down there, and see you next week for the same thing but with the Banff. Bye.